All right, here we are, folks. We are back on this very sad, and it is Tuesday afternoon. We're going to let some people file in. We're going to go live outside the scene. Um, I let me see. I don't believe so, but we're going to find out. So, why don't you okay. Please okay, we do have someone on the scene. We have very, very sad news. I have been sensitive about the family, but it's starting to spread. But and there's so many things that excuse me, that I did hear earlier. So okay, well it goes beyond that. So people are sending conflicting information. I'm going to stay focused. We do have someone there, and we're going to go to that screen in just a moment. So, folks, I learned earlier he was at the police station. And I've known now for the last hour. I was trying to be sensitive to the family, but word is already starting to trickle out, and people who haven't even followed the story are starting to spread. So we one moment. Okay. I am hearing that he has confessed. And we have been talking about this since last Wednesday night. And let me pull him up. This is nope, that's not the one I was looking for, but we'll come back. Let me find the one I'm looking for. So there was a lot about this that we have talked about, obviously, and we're in no rush. And I think, we're going to stay, obviously, the coverage. But let me find the right photo that I'm looking for. There he is. Now, okay, you're almost there. Nope. Okay, we do have. Okay, let me get rid of him.
Want me to bring it up to 1.6 or 1.8?
Hold on, folks.
No, it's on 1.4.
I know. There we go. And let's do that. Okay, there we go. All right, we have, and let me just adjust this. We have Road Patrol Rehoboth is on scene. So I don't know why that person's calling me. Hold on, everybody. And
oh, you're on with John the people?
I'm
still here, Brenda.
Oh, okay. Hi there, Brenda. All right. All right. We have Road Patrol Rehoboth. County Street. County Street, if you could move a little bit, maybe to the left, just somewhere where we're not blocked and seeing these other cameras. And I know the cameras are arriving. So maybe you could go to your left. Like that's a really good shot right there. That's a good shot. And Brenda was on scene earlier. So if Brenda's there, she could certainly, Brenda will talk to me. Folks, this is the shot of the driveway. So I want to,
Brenda.
it is my understanding that not only, now I don't know, yes, Brenda can come over, that he has confessed. So, and I want to back up just for a moment. We don't have confirmation yet from the police, but I want to back up. And I won't reveal how, but I knew that he was going in to talk to the police today. And when he got there, and I want to credit, there's a lot of things. Massachusetts State Police, they deserve a lot of credit for this. I'm not sure what's happening there, but we'll give it a moment to come back. They deserve a lot of credit. But what I heard was he went to the police station. And right now, County Street, we cannot see. There's something blocking our view. So we did have the feed there. I'm not exactly sure what happened. So I'm going to just bounce them down until we have a black screen. Okay. This is actually more important anyway, in a way. There he is. Yeah. All right, we're going to stay with that. So it's my understanding, and as someone that's been on this, so I want to double check. Now, see, this is the type of thing. I'm not going to get distracted. But when I see someone put this, that I can't see or hear anything. Well, let me double check because I believe, oh, good. I believe that the sound is fine. So I'm not sure why this person is putting that. Yep. I don't like it, but I'm not sure why someone would put that. But we're going to stay focused here. I'm going to let the, it is fine. I know. See, this becomes the challenge. I may have to block that person. All right. We're going to come back. There's our feed. There's our feed. Let me remove him. And there we go. Okay. And we want there. Okay. There we go. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. But folks, it's my understanding, and I'm going to stay
connection.
focused. No, the connection is fine. There's a car coming. That, just hold it right there. That looks
You're on it
like,
now.
is that,
You're on.
just let the car,
You're on now.
okay, there we go. It's good. I can hear Brenda. So folks, it's my understanding he went to the police station today. And from what I understand, that the boyfriend, and I want to explain this, that he did now, and I feel bad because I know that I don't believe that police have made it official, but I am hearing that he has in fact confessed. So now I want to back up with this, and this is difficult news. And like I said, I believe he did. I believe he did. And I'm not going to mention there was someone, my understanding, who was instrumental in convincing him to go and speak. But there is the driveway, folks. That is in Rehoboth. And I want to back up for a minute. For those of you that have been watching our coverage, right? And we've talked about, it didn't make sense to me. And some people I don't think got that. But to some people, it didn't make sense to me. He didn't drive. And we saw the police, and we heard some people saying that, that it was, and I want to just mention to the moderators that you don't have to give a warning on comments, just do it. So I'd rather not just, remove people. You don't have to no more warnings on something like this. If people are going to be rude, they're going to be rude, but you can just get rid of them. So just so we're clear, it's terrible. And this is obviously not the outcome that we wanted, but it is my understanding. And I want to back up for a second, folks. So without knowing everything, it seemed odd to me that no one heard from her on Thursday. And we were never convinced it was the text messages. But it is my understanding, and I'm going to bring him up, that the boyfriend now, think of that, has in fact now confessed to the police. And I'm not sure what options, to be perfectly honest, that he had. There he is, Greg Groom. Didn't drive, 26 acres. It's Kylee and the unborn child, but it would sure seem that she never left the property. So from what I understand, and folks, we haven't led you astray on this whole thing, that his version was Thursday night, she took a right out of the property. You saw the divers in that reservoir behind the compound where they live, and instead, it never seemed to make sense. And by the way, she is not petite, so then people were wondering, did something happen? Did someone assist him? But it's my understanding he went to the police station today. They began to questioning him. Now, I also want to back up for a moment, because it's very possible, and there should be no. I can't even. He confessed what? What do you think he confessed? They're digging that she's buried there, that she's no longer with us, her and the infant. What is that? What do you think? They have not said they have found her. They have not said that. He confessed what? What do you think he confessed? Why do you think they're there? Look at this presence. They're there. Where is this going? People started saying maybe, yes. Okay. Now, I'm not fully Kylee Montero. Oh, let me see this. Has been arrested. Aggravated assault and battery on a pregnant person, domestic assault, battery, intimidation of a witness for acts against her August 6th, which were the Wednesday night. So again, this is breaking news. Gregory Groom has been arrested, and it happened on that Wednesday night. So this is all breaking right now. Okay, now I see it in I was live, and then it was in my inbox. So this is all coming across literally as we speak. And I think now the Wednesday night, why is the Wednesday night significant? The Wednesday night is significant because aggravated assault, battery on a pregnant person, domestic assault, battery, intimidation of a witness. So I'm going to guess that that's that girl, Anna, that we've been trying to talk to. So they can't charge him until they have a body. Well, they haven't announced yet, but that is exactly right. But we were here. We were live at 1:00 when they arrived there. He was at the police station. And now this is terrible. But the boyfriend has, in fact, Gregory Groom, and I think it's interesting.
Perfect.
Okay. I think it's interesting that it does look like it was the Wednesday night. So now, as I have mentioned, that did seem odd that no one had heard from her Thursday. We do know that there was some kind of an argument. There was some kind of an argument that Wednesday night. And then various people were given the impression that things had calmed down. I want to just jump ahead here. We actually don't know if that was her texting when a family member received a text saying that everything had calmed down and that it was okay. But now, and there they were. Now that was young Kylee, just 18 years old, pregnant, in his barn. And now we are finding out that boyfriend, Gregory Groom, has now been charged with her murder. And you want to talk about how pathetic this guy is. not only did he obviously take her life, but on top of that, he actually buried her on his property. Now, intimidation of a witness, that's one of the other charges. I believe that that is this girl, Anna, that we have not heard. Now, I also want to show, and we're the only ones that have this. This were the texts. So see these texts? This is all on DePietro.com. These texts, these are from her. These are from him. These are from him. This was not her. Him. So now, that was him texting, pretending to be her. So again, I want to go back. He's been arrested.
This announcement came at the height of that.
Aggravated assault and battery. Domestic assault and battery. So that's a very good, right now, it is not a murder charge. Aggravated assault and battery on a pregnant person and domestic assault, battery, intimidation of a witness. And it says from August 6th. Now, right now, let me type in exactly. You can hear a reporter giving a report here.
At this address, the family says Greg's home. That's the Kylee was last night. I spoke with Frank just a moment ago.
Aggravated. Let me just type this in. Assault.
30, James.
Wow. Terrible. And battery. Now, I agree. It's not a murder charge. Intimidation of a witness for acts against her. And here they are digging. That, again, there's going to be things that we don't know just yet. But right now, the way this stands, and you're seeing, there's our County Street Road Patrol live stream.
That's right, Mark. A lot unraveling right now. This, again, came at the height of the search that's been going on for hours off County Street. I want to give you a live look right now at
County Street. You can put it right on Daniel Coates on the left.
Gregory's home. Family
Was it Channel 6?
Coming in and
He's
out.
now at Boston 25.
Earlier this morning, the family says they hear the worst. Again, Mark, we just got word in the last 15 minutes that Bristol County DA arrested 22-year-old Gregory Rehoboth was charged with aggravated assault battery on a pregnant person, domestic assault battery, and intimidation of a witness for acting on Wednesday the 6th.
I agree right now.
Family again says
Aggravated
Greg's
assault
home.
battery on a pregnant person, domestic assault and battery, and intimidation
I
of
spoke with her
witness for
friend
acts
on scene
against
just a
Kylee Montero
to go. Take a look.
Wednesday, August 6th. She was reported missing the next day. Kylie's family says she's pregnant and hasn't been in touch with them.
It's kind of funny we're hearing the reporters live.
Kylie is described as being 6 feet tall with light brown hair and brown eyes. And you can see
Heavy
investigators are
Again, another live look off County Street. Gregory
jail and it's scheduled to be arranged
Again,
Yes.
still coming in
It
and
is
out. No sign of
confirmed.
this
The
third
boyfriend has been arrested.
They're active in ongoing investigation. I actually spoke with Kylie's sister. She said that they were in touch with Greg throughout this 2-week-long search. I'm going to step aside right now because you can see just how busy it is getting into this home with its active and ongoing investigation. We'll be here all night bringing you the latest on air and online. On to Rehoboth. I'm Daniel Coach for your local station, Boston 25 minutes.
He's a good guy. I like him a lot.
It's exactly what I was telling you before.
Fills in the blank a little bit. Again, we're trying something different here.
James, you're at 40% on
This
your
is
live view.
terrible. Now, charging him,
Want to tell you.
I want to, but this is important
Be live.
because they have charged him, they've arrested him with aggravated assault and battery and intimidation of a witness. Now, this is really important, but they're not saying murder, and they haven't announced that they have found her. So what they're doing now is the question is, will he be held? Which I think the answer would be yes on these charges. So how could, I'll answer some of that. How could Anna be a witness? Anna could be a
Charles, they
witness
put us on an 11-second delay.
for
It's a lot.
what he may have said, or maybe
I'm just gonna check.
if he threatened her in some way. There's another part of this that I don't want to go too far off, but I have heard that there was some kind of a post that was placed on Facebook where he's being held without bail and arraigned in the morning. Yes, they have not announced that they have found her. I don't know about that, Kylee. Boy, some people are optimistic to the end. What do you think they're digging for? Yeah, so-called best friend. She was already killed in the 6th. We don't know that. So we're gonna hold off on that. So new charges are announced with her disappearance, with the boyfriend being held without bail, arraigned tomorrow. But look at what's going on as they're digging at the property. So, but I am hearing that he has confessed. I'm hearing that he, from more than one source, that he has in fact confessed. And I'm hearing from a police source. All right, now. Yes. No problem. Now, yes.
Oh, could I take the car from you?
They're bringing in more canine now.
More canine. Okay. So this is really interesting, folks. Now, I want to back up for a moment. I apologize, folks. We have the live stream. We're trying something new because if I'm not there, then I'm able to communicate with people a little bit more. We have the live stream. All right. Now I'm getting mixed information about the person who's very solid saying that he confessed. This is tough. He was arrested. That we know, but not for murder. And they have not announced that they have found her. So we're going to back it up a little bit. I don't want to get too far out. There are other people, I know that, but we've been on this. I want to step back for a moment, though. I don't know why the screen is black, but it could just be a bad feed. And then we will come back to it. So let me show you again. We'll go like this and utilize. Well, that was the chat. So, but this, let's back up for a moment. These charges stem from the Wednesday night when it was a fight. So it sounds like for right now to hold him and keep him overnight, that it has to be that they're charging him for that. But it does not sound right now that in any way that he is being charged with her murder. So we want to rein this in a little bit. Someone, I don't know about that. It doesn't work that way. You know, Diana, because we're trying something different. We're trying something different. See, but by having the live stream, in a sense, yeah, we are having a little bit of a problem with the live stream. That I admit, but I'm anxious to try this out. And it's all about coverage. And many times when I'm there, I'm out of pocket. So how do you charge someone on a fight that you don't know that even fought? It could be, well, there were other witnesses, the sisters, and then I think this other person. Yes, that's right, Amy Lynn. So I think that is exactly right. All right, let's go back. Oh. All right, we're trying to, there we go. Okay, remove that, and we're going to go to that. So there we go. Good, okay. Road Patrol Rehoboth is back. Yeah, see, it's tough. People don't realize when I'm there, it's tough. I also realize how much, we've already answered that. Anna is another friend of theirs. You know, I think now,
Job.
hold on. He, wow. Oh my God. I apologize, folks, but this is what I mean. If I'm there, it's even harder. At least this way we can get faster information.
Family obviously hope Gregory room will be arranged all 20. We're hoping it's well covered. The family obviously tomorrow. Family obviously putting on. Yeah.
Wow, this is annoying.
You should stand there.
This is perfect. County Street,
I know.
your view is perfect.
No.
We're trying something different. We're experimenting.
Maybe if you get between.
We're getting there, Heather. We're getting there. He has been, but he has not been charged with murder.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to rein it in. Now I want to start. What do we know? They're digging there. They're digging there,
Sorry, guys.
and he has been charged with assault. Well, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. Yes, we are aware of that. I'm trying to find out right now. Listen, no, she has not been.
Because all of a sudden.
Go right here. No, go. Sorry, Brenda. No, don't worry about
Folks, again, this is tough. We're going to dial it back. Her family is watching. We've been dealing with them. Right now, he has been arrested. And that's all he's been arrested for. Man
Hey,
accused
Steve,
of
it's Santa before you got
assaulting
me.
missing pregnant woman.
All right, thank you.
She's a friend.
That's good. I call that kind of guy. I got 24. I mean,
I don't think they do. I've seen a couple of troubles. Yeah.
they came in and
Yeah, I saw that. I do see with couple of troubles going up. Yeah.
All right. I want to back up for a moment, folks. Here's what's important. Number one, they have charged him. Okay. Before people start jumping, we're not off base here. For crying out loud, they've been there since late morning with an excavator and they're digging around. We're not making a leap that this is not good. For crying out loud. My God. I mean, this isn't a week ago. So he is being charged and he's being held. But if people would just back up for a moment, as we have said, he was unable to drive. They were searching the reservoir. Possible. You know, I'm seeing people put love triangle. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the feed. So, but folks, we're not, I mean, if there's someone right now that thinks we're making a giant leap here, you have not been following the story, for crying out loud. There's a limit. So he is absolutely being held. For someone to be like, well, you don't want to be spreading misinformation. No, we don't know that. We don't know anything about Anna. No. That actually was fine. She was another girl in the mix. And listen, there was a lot here. We don't know exactly what happened. This thing moved very quickly. And, he's a 22-year-old guy that lives with his grandparents and doesn't drive. And this was the first girlfriend. And he's odd. And, within a very short period of time, she's pregnant. And then the relationship is over. But it's not over because she's carrying his child. So now we don't know all of the details. It could be he's just attracted to someone else. But all right, let me see. Oh my God. I don't want to get blown off on this. Well, they're digging right now. Now it's not a matter of that. All right. This is someone I'm communicating with that says that he is cooperating and has even told them where they should dig. Now, I want to back up just for a moment. So Yes, thank you, Paige. This is not an easy one. He was arrested. I want to back up for a moment. Now, the state police were allowed to walk on the property. When they did that last week, they may have noticed some dirt that was dug up, and that may have clued them in that, meaning the police, that something is up. But you don't want to guess and be wrong. So why not slow it down, take some time, build more evidence, and then go into it that way. So keep in mind, this story just broke last Tuesday. And Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday, they were searching the whole area. And then today is Tuesday. They ask him to come in for questioning. He does that. And suddenly now he is under arrest for assault. We knew about that with the fight. I agree. The intimidation, this source is claiming as soon as they find her, it will be a murder charge. So now, for people that feel we're jumping the gun, for crying out loud, it's his property. Those of you, we've been talking about this. We talked about this Wednesday night. We talked about it Thursday night. We talked about it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and last night. And I have been stuck on this thing that he doesn't have a vehicle. And look where they're digging. So for those, that is not true. They did not meet on a dating app. That was wrong information. I'm sorry, did you say that he told them where to dig? Yes. Real question is, do something. Should I even be reading some of these? I've been given, thank you, Denise Oliver. Very credible information. Folks, this isn't assault charge and go dig. Not this is more than that. Maybe I shouldn't be reading the comments. Like I said, we're trying something different. A lot of times I'm on the scene and it's only the moderators that then see this. But let's back up for a moment. The assault was the Wednesday night. So are there some people like, is that why people are so upset? Because they're still holding out hope? Guys, what world do you, if she was still alive, do you think they'd be digging right now? Do you think they'd be on the property if she was still alive? Like, what are these people? Yes, we are experimenting with a new format, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Tyler. I like it. I'd like it better if we had the feedback, but we aren't trying this, where I'm kind of anchoring it, because a lot of times this allows me to, hold on. It allows me to be able to get more info. And on something like this, it is more useful because, no, I wanted to remove that actually. We had someone that was saying that he was arrested, and he was arrested, but he was arrested for assault. And I'm going to stick with, thank you, Debbie. There's a lot of problems with what happened here. So I want to back up for a moment. And I know the story right now better than anyone else in the media. I'm very confident in that. Admittedly, I was hesitant to, that is not true that there were pigs. There's no pigs on that property. I was hesitant to blurt out that he had confessed out of sensitivity to the family. But there's another person that suddenly just posted it without any information about the story and just posted it. And I was admittedly hesitant to do that because we have had so much communication with the family. We even had Kitty on just a short time ago. So, okay. Please send screenshot. So that is very possible. However, if that's the case, let's go through this a little bit. So if that's the case, they want to get it to the medical examiner and determine cause of death. So the fact he's being charged with assault is, and that's dirt, by the way, the fact he's being charged with assault, that is a way, and they're holding him overnight. If they have located the body and then the medical examiner gets a chance to process it, then that could determine the type of murder charge. So I believe that's where we are. I want to back up. You know, there's several things about this. And I'll say this about, I also just want to, you know, I also just want to mention, folks, if you want to tell me something, it's much easier if you send me a screenshot. But I want to back up. This tells me this guy is arrogant. It does. Let me pull up this photo. This Greg Groom, 22 years old. So somehow ends up with an 18-year-old girl. I think it was like his first girlfriend. And suddenly, he's decided, there he is, that for whatever reason, you know, she gets pregnant. It's a mess. He's 22. He lives with the grandparents. Oh, okay. Okay. Lives with the grandparents. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing, Kylee, from what we understand, she's had a housing problem. She was staying there, then his grandparents didn't like it. And from what I understand, the poor little thing, 18, both parents had deceased, living with her aunt, rather somewhat immature, certainly somewhat naive, meets him, you know, suddenly creates like he's almost like a Prince Charming, even though he's a 22-year-old guy who doesn't drive, didn't go to college, and lives with his grandparents. So they're hanging out at the barn. And in a very short amount of time, she's pregnant. So, but let's go back to what happened Wednesday the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. And this tells me that there's arrogance there. So on the 6th, she's there. They have some kind of a fight. He apparently is being charged with assault for what he did that night. But then she FaceTimes with his sister and it's like, no, it's all good. Everything calmed down. Well, apparently it wasn't good and it didn't calm down. Now, it sounds like, unless something changes, he took her life that night. Thursday, or all of the night, Wednesday into Thursday, what are you going to do? You're 22, you live on 26 acres, and you don't drive. So it sounds like he buried her right there on the property. Now, on Friday, he calls the police to report her missing for whatever reason. Maybe someday we'll get the full story. Calls the police to say she's missing. Now, I want to give credit to Rehoboth Police that talked to both him and Anna, and they immediately got a weird vibe. And I want to give credit to, initially it was just the Rehoboth Police, and then the Massachusetts State Police get involved. And immediately to them, it did not add up. It did not add up in any way. Whatever he was peddling, they were not believing the story that, no, that's not the one I want, that he was, look at, she even had in a relationship with Gregory Groom. Whew. So police have instincts. Okay, she's missing. So what do? They try to find her, and they do the search and the whole thing. Now, there's a lot we don't know. They had helicopters. That's true. They also, from what we understand, they did a quick check of the property. There he is. Look at the heart. So they do a quick check of the property. Now, they may have seen dirt that was dug up, but when he called the police, I'll tell you what stood out to me. What would he care? He wanted her out of there. They broke up. He didn't want her in his life. He said at 7 o'clock that Thursday night, he watched her walk away from the property. Here's my question. Why didn't Granny give her a ride to Route 44? Why is she walking? How come she didn't text a friend or a family member? I need a ride. Her phone went silent. Her phone last pinged at his house. On Friday, he calls the police and wants to report her missing. Why would he report her missing? He's saying, go away. Stop contacting me. I don't want you around anymore. This relationship is over, or whatever that he's, saying at that point. So why would you call? You would be relieved. Now, if suddenly she was missing and they called him, maybe the sister on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever, a few days later, like, hey, we haven't heard from her. And then maybe she says, or would say, yeah, I don't know. She left here Thursday night and I haven't heard from her, what have you. So that would be, there's poor little Kylee. So now, again, but for those of you that I am telling you right now, we're not jumping the gun. And it is never added up to me that I come back to how was, like people saying she could be anywhere. And I would say the guy doesn't drive. And she is she's 6 feet tall. She's bigger than him and weighs more than him. So I know some people were then saying maybe she was kidnapped, or maybe she was, maybe she got on a plane to Florida. Maybe she went, like, all these different types of things. I don't think so. We're talking no money, no resources. And there she is. Poor little Kylee. Yeah, I can imagine. I'll try to help them out, Lynn. Yes, a lot of the people jump in. It's tough, folks. I know the chat can be tough. The story never added up. But what it sounds like is that she never left the property, that she was never anywhere from the property. Now, I'll tell you what, he had people. Yes, that's right. I don't know. The moderators are doing the best they can. It can be tough when we start hitting numbers like this because they just come out of the woodwork and see that type of hoping she's still alive. Again, you can hope all you want, but we've been, those of you who've been following us, or been following the story, I should say, kind of know the drill. So she deserved a lot better. But this is, from what I heard, I'll answer some things. I heard the grandparents didn't even know she was on the property. That's what I heard. So I don't know. Listen, to the grandparents, the mother doesn't live there. I think the brother lives there. We heard that when they would talk to her, his house, they're like hoarders. There's like all this kind of junk that is there. So, I can also put up a new let me try this. Will people know that means boyfriend arrested? Maybe not. Probably not, but okay. For those of you that have followed this, we started going through everything, and I thought we were very solid on this. Feel like you've seen her before. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Yes, went to school with her. I can't finish reading that, but I know the comments are fast. Medical examiner en route. Patrick, that's not a bad question. I'll say this. Could be. However, and we do have another person en route to the property, but normally that would be once they find her. So once they have located the body, they're not going to send the medical examiner out there. But I'll say this. Listen, Massachusetts State Police, they have him in custody. I'm hearing that he is playing ball. That's what I'm hearing. He is being held on assault. He's going to be in court. Now, they're saying tomorrow, but it sounds like they're holding him right now. And then they are waiting. Yes. Okay, hold on, everybody. How's everyone like the experiment? It's a different type of coverage. He is in jail right now. They have him. He's not going anywhere. Yep. Oh, yeah. Ray, they have see, that's the thing. Someone earlier had said the state police, oh, good. Sunshine likes it. Some people are saying the state police should have done this a week ago. They didn't have it a week ago. You can't swing and miss on this. You don't want to shoot and miss. But he said something else that I haven't repeated. Oh, okay. That I found very interesting. That and we'll see, maybe Kitty will join us. It's possible. Maybe Kitty will join us. That's the sister. We've had her on a lot. She was on Thursday night, right? Thursday night. And then she flew in Friday. And then we had her on, I don't remember. We had Kitty on quite a bit. She's terrific. This is very tough for them. It is. I want to address the whole thing. I see side chick, but it doesn't necessarily, we don't know enough about that. And that could be, sometimes the person may not even know that person has that intention. From what I understand, this was a new relationship for both of them. And so therefore they may, I not, what I want to say is the other girl who he may have set his sights on may not even realize what his intention is or was, I think is the best way to say it. So there's the house. So that's the house where they live. He's a little bit older, LB. LB, you're no longer needed. So Kitty is amazing. She is. That's what I heard, Kayla, that he is playing ball. I'll mention. I don't know why that would matter, though. It just looks old. This is one of those situations. You have people with a big piece of property, 26 acres, but they live seemingly very poorly. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, again, I have no idea with these people, but you would think, you really need 26 acres? Why not sell 12 of it or sell some of it? Then you have money. Like, to me, yeah, you have 26 acres, but, I don't know. In Rehoboth yes, thank you, Linda. And we still have someone en route there. We have someone en route. So, but here's what I understand, that he kind of scoffed. Think how arrogant. He had people over to the house on Sunday, and he was insisting he had no idea where she was. To the property. That's arrogant. The fact he called the police to report her missing tells me he thought, like, handled. Like, I'm going to get out ahead of this. He had people over to the house on Sunday telling them, I feel, I don't know where she is. I just want her to come home. And she's buried right there. But here's the part. He scoffed. What I'm telling you right now, no one has this. He scoffed that they were searching the reservoir. He scoffed at that by saying, as if I'm going to drag her through 26 acres. Because the girlfriend, 6 feet tall, and actually taller than him, and weighs more than him. He's a scrawny little runt. So that's an odd thing. They're searching the reservoir, as if I'm going to drag her all the way through there. I think that's a very interesting comment. Jesus. But again, with 26 acres, it's very possible state police saw some dirt that was dug up. But they didn't, they made a note of it, but they didn't tip them off that they saw that. So right now, you don't hear this a lot. I want to commend the Rehoboth police, but the Massachusetts State Police detectives. They started talking to him. So when we were live today at 1, I knew he was at the police station. I did. I didn't say anything. I know someone who delivered him to the police station. While we were live at 1, I tipped them off, like, don't say anything. But as he's there, the state police have raided his property. But there's the property. There is the property. Let me show you some of the other. This is so terrible. There's so many different options. As Lacey Peterson's mother said, you have a lot of options, right? Lacey Peterson, her mother, famously said in court to Scott Peterson, divorce was an option. So that's where they are. And there's the property. Now, we're on that property. It sure sounds as though, again, how is he who doesn't drive going to get her off there? Who is it that may have heard something or knew something that then he was threatening? Now, I even heard there was a Facebook post that someone said, you do that again, and you're going to be where Kylie's buried. So it's possible at least one of his friends knew about this. I don't have that lockdown, but I did hear that. So, number one, the fact he called police. As I've been telling you, those of you that watch, we were live Saturday, Sunday, and last night. I have been stuck on, how did he doesn't drive. They used to walk to the Cumberland Farms, like 1.5 miles and walk back. That's a 3-mile walk. So I don't know what happened. Was it premeditated? I have no idea. But for those that just keep insisting, who knows? I don't know. They may or may not. We don't know about the brother. All right. And for those, I just saw someone say, why doesn't he show them? Listen, I'm sure they have maps and a grid and video. Here's, here it is. Who knows? Maybe this was done at 3 a.m. Maybe it was done at 2 a.m. I mean, that's stuff we don't know. We don't know when this happened. But for those that just keep saying, I certainly hope she's okay, are you not paying attention to what's happening here? So, all right. Oh, all right, hold on, everybody. Hi, Faith. Hi, Faith. That's what I'm hearing. She wouldn't know. I can't tell you. Okay. Okay. We continue our coverage. I'm waiting for our next crew to get there. I won't say who. That is someone saying, I just asked the reporter from Channel 10 and she doesn't know anything. As if she would know. These people don't know anything. I don't fucking know anything. I'm not going to get upset or mad at that. No. I know, Michaela. People are hopeful for a good outcome. I know, but it reaches a point of like, I mean, I just don't know what to make of where are we going with this, that people are still, come on. I mean, I want to come back. It's not a pig farm. I have never said that. I've never said that. There's other people. There's a lot of misinformation out there. So never. Absolutely not. Yeah. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy Cooper knows. At this point, it is common sense. I mean, he's in custody and they're digging on the property. And I want to back up for a moment. No, it's not a pig farm. I never said it did. So if there's someone in the chat that listed it's a pig farm, for those of you that have followed our coverage, I have repeatedly said that they have chickens, they have dogs, or a dog and a cat. So that's what they have. But no, I've never said it was a pig farm. I know near there's a farmer that has goats. There could be someone, but they are not a pig farm. So, let's see, I don't know what to make of that. I could have gone out there, but see, I hate that stuff. I don't like when people try to push us somewhere else. We have been communicating. We spoke with Kitty earlier. I have someone en route to show us the outside. And so there's a different format that we're trying. Right now, I'd be, we will have our live stream from there very, very shortly. But I want to come back. Hold on. Yeah, they are. Okay. 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 It's not an easy one. Anna's another girl in the group. Anna was the one that drove. Anna was the one that took Kylee, that was with her when they met Greg at the park. So, by the way, if there is someone, if you're near Rehoboth right now, we obviously could use another correspondent on scene. Okay. We resume. Let me see, and maybe I can answer some questions. She's a loser. The road is not blocked off. Who just said that? The road is not blocked off. Nope. No, it is not, Izzy. Send me a message. Send me a direct message. Send me a direct message, and I will send you a link. Send you the link. So we are trying this. We're trying that. That's exactly right, Amanda. Yep. Hold on. Yes. Put that back on. Again, we're trying something different. Well, I'll either finish this and say, I like this and it works, but yes, she is. She's one of the fucking idiots. See, I don't like that. This is where people hijack. Yep. She's a total idiot. I can't stand her. Yeah, the road is open. I never said the road was closed. I never said the road was closed. All right, now this, I admit, this is a little difficult as we're waiting for. I've had people that said they would be out there, and it's a little bit delayed. So I admit it's a little bit difficult. Yep. I don't know. This is so terrible. Yes, very fluid situation. Yeah, the road is open. I'm not saying the road is open. I don't know why people are saying the road is closed. I don't know what that means about fire squads. Yeah, this is tough. Okay. Well, it worked out well. Okay. It worked out well at 1, but I'll admit this is difficult this is difficult as I'm kind of No. Here we go. Okay. All right. We have gotten there. We should be live with our stream in just a moment. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, we tried this. We definitely tried it. But I admit, now I see. All right. I get it. I thought we would try it. But no. Please use the link. Okay. We should have our live stream up in just a moment. There we go.
No,
Yeah, let me get rid of
unfortunately.
that.
No. I mean, I've got batteries.
Okay.
I just don't have the cable.
Excellent. Perfect.
I don't think I'm gonna find my way home. I'm on 18%.
Oh, are you
All
really?
right. And let me do this. Excellent. And now I've also learned a trick. I'm going to start to
We'll let you
bring
know if anything
binoculars as well. So, folks, there it is. I'm going to mute that just for a moment. All right, this remains. I like this. We're trying this different. I mean, I can't believe we have to like spell it out for people. What do you think he confessed, that she's alive? You know, maybe, well, some people like the live coverage, but I don't know. I don't think it's good for me to see the chat. On the one hand, I certainly appreciate what our moderators go through. I'll give you that. Robin and Garney. I know, but maybe I am not cut out for these comments. What did he confess to? Should I just let the F-bombs fly? We don't need a pinned comment. It's happening in rapid succession. And hold on. I actually can. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Boyfriend arrested. All right, I think that's good enough. No, and I know people don't like that. Should I just? I just don't understand. What do you think he confessed to? My God, what did he confess? He confessed what? She's alive. What the fuck do you think she confessed to? Him. This dude is live just complaining, not explaining what's going on, because we know what's going on. Yes, it is a serious matter. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Let me go back to our live. We do have our scene up again. Oh, my goodness. This is not easy. She's the friend that drove. That's exactly right. She is the friend that drove. And now, but once again, where we are at 6:26, I'll give an update. What you're looking at right now, this has been the story, the missing girl, who is poor little Kylee, and it's been a very, very dramatic day. So, we were live last night, and I said, I think this is going to be a big week, but this has even surpassed my expectations. So the boyfriend is in custody. Interesting, they charged him with an assault on her from Wednesday night the 6th. But what you're looking at is police have descended onto his property, and they're digging up the property right now. Thank you, Don. So
I did see a couple of those.
over to him. That stuff we don't know yet. So, all right, if people want to keep saying, is she alive? A question would be, why do you think the state?
I don't know how she the girl did it earlier, I think.
So,
Yeah,
The
now you won't see
information,
it.
my
He can see
answer
it.
would be
He can see it that big? Oh, oh.
no, they wouldn't be
Ask
doing
him.
that. So,
John, do you see a
well, Amanda,
better picture this way?
yes, this is fine. The
Okay.
picture's totally fine. Yeah,
We just can't see
no,
you because we zoomed in.
you don't have to. You don't have to. We can see you fine.
Just so you know,
I
they
mean,
did bring in a fire truck with what looked like huge overhead lights. So I'm guessing they plan to be
yeah.
here through the dark.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There are no rush. They need to. This is going to be quite the scene that's going to go on for quite some time. And I know we've been hearing from people that the fire trucks were arriving, and now you know why. So, but
Right.
I'll answer some of it. The assault that he's being charged with, the one told his sister, yes, Corey, that is exactly right. So, but I think there's a lot here for those that have followed this, and that is she was missing. It sure looks like the search has come to an end. They have descended here, right the last place she was seen. So, Cheryl Lynn, this is the worst show. It is. Can't tell which way. Can you? Is there any way you go to right a little bit?
So, right?
Perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. Yes. So, no, enough of that.
Try not to get my hair to shake.
No, that's perfect. Well, I am not out there. Most of the time, folks, we do both TikTok and Facebook, but we wanted to try this. I know. I know. I have no idea what she's talking about. We have the scene. I'm able to communicate with family. We're able to then see all of this. So we're trying something a little bit different on this Tuesday. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he confessed, and that's why they're digging. That's what I've heard. So now, folks, I want to again. This is 26 acres. So he confessed to an area, but think how big it could be. They, are digging up like a full area. So they have been digging. Yes. Thank you very much, Stacy. I appreciate that. We'll go back and find out who said that. Listen, because then again, people don't have to. People don't have to watch. Most of the time I am out there. This time we didn't do it. Thought I'd be a little bit different. It started because of what we did in the 1 o'clock hour. So I like it. But I want to come back to, boyfriend, young male.
And loved ones say
Oh,
that they
that's
believe
a
this is
news
where
reporter.
she was last seen. Tonight, 22-year-old Kylee Drew, the boyfriend, is now charged with assaulting his pregnant girlfriend, who, as of tonight, remains
No, I
unaccounted
can't.
for. There's a very large Lonzo presence out here tonight. Both state and local
I want to just,
have been focused on the shed on Street in Rehoboth. From the ground up, you can also see that they
I
were
see,
bringing canines in here
a
ongoing
question
investigation.
of,
And this is not the first time that law enforcement has been out here searching
no,
for 18-year-old
just that.
Kylee Montanaro. Family and friends they have not seen or heard from the pregnant 18-year-old
Who
for
knows?
nearly 2 weeks now. And we now know her boyfriend is facing several charges, including aggravated assault, that authorities believe were committed on August 6th. We spoke to one of Kylie's sisters by phone this afternoon and talked about just how wonderful of a person her sister is.
Yeah, they can. No, serial killer. What? No, this is a terrible story. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're trying out something a little bit different. Now, this business
We
of
have confirmed
why don't they
that this
bring
family
him out to
search
show
for
them?
here on
He's
the
not
property
physically
tonight
up
are
to it.
protected with appearance. As for her boyfriend, again, he
I'm
is
going to mute
behind
this
bars
just for a
tonight.
moment, just because it's the report. And yeah, he's arrested. Listen, here's what's good. He, I heard Ray, I heard he went in to talk to police without an attorney. That's cocky. That is cocky, unless he was ready to confess. I heard think of this. He went to talk to the police. He's got her buried on his property, and he goes in without an attorney. Just insanity. Yep. What a total a-hole this guy is. He's going to jail for a very, very long time. And on top of that, she was pregnant. So, again, I think Robin and Garney and Debbie are doing a very good job. This is a different experiment for me to then where I'm kind of anchoring a little bit.
I'd go on, but my battery's dying. Can you tell me?
That's all right.
Can you hear you?
That's all right.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay.
That's what you talked to, I guess.
Rehoboth, I thought you charged your battery at home.
I went home and charged it. That's why I'm back.
My phone's dying. I'm at
Oh, okay.
9%.
So you're
She
Is
was
that-
here with me when
is
we
that
first
Brenda?
got here. Yeah.
oh. Who is it that's saying my phone is dying?
Brenda.
Brenda?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's inconsequential because we're live with you. Listen, people like when the two of you were discussing. Now you both have been there for a good part of the afternoon. You know, I mean it. Take over a little bit. Tell us like what you've been seeing. Tell us what you've been seeing and what you're seeing right now.
So we're seeing machetes. They had cutting the grass.
Yep. They were getting rid of brush with the machetes. Brenda saw some shovels.
Yes.
They definitely have brought out a lot of evidence. It's gone back and forth. They've brought some down the driveway and out with some state police.
What about the
At
excavator?
this point, I mean,
What about the
it's
excavator?
not quiet, but it is quiet in the sense that,
We don't see no police officers right now.
yeah, they're obviously searching
Yeah.
somewhere that we are not able to
Yeah.
see.
Right. They've had dogs earlier,
We
but
did
I don't hear any
hear
barking
somebody
right now.
say that a news helicopter picked up on the fact that they were looking in a shed back there. But obviously, from
wow.
where we stand, we can't see that.
Yes. This is a message. Tell the ladies
Like
we
it's
all
something
said thank you
like
for being
that.
out there
I'm not
and
sure.
covering this. We appreciate them. So you guys have fans now.
Wait, they're grabbing a whole bunch of stuff.
Now, all right, and this
Wood.
is not YouTube. This is not on our scene, but I want to address this comment. Kimberly, here's the thing that you know, I don't understand why people do
I don't know
you
if you heard
really
that.
think
No.
right now,
I think it disconnected.
Kimberly, you really think right now the Massachusetts State Police or any police organization would allow a media organization to suddenly start flying a drone over there? Like you're delusional. They don't
There's no
want that.
drone.
There's no drone over
There's
here.
no drones. I'm not
No.
going to allow that. So
No.
no, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking about these
Oh.
people that say put a drone on. What do you like? They're not going to put a drone. Sometimes I've covered a standoff
Oh, see,
and
now
the
you're
police
ready
surround
for
the
the
house.
police
People are like, oh, you should fly a drone over that. I'm like, oh yeah, the police would be thrilled at something like that.
I'm joking with her. Oh, the police. I said, you got trees now.
Yeah.
Now, like, you can go to the police station.
Yeah, they've definitely blocked off a visual
they
from
keep
like
going in.
before when we were here earlier today. Some of the cars were not blocking the view of like the beginning of like their compound, their house. Now you can see that there's like a visual where now you can no longer see that visibility.
Okay.
It's,
Okay, that makes sense. Now family was there earlier. Are they still there?
no,
No.
they have left. Actually, Brenda can share her
Yeah.
experience with that because something did happen.
I believe Faith got a
Oh.
phone call. I'm not too sure, but I did hear a big scream. And then right after that, they announced that he was arrested. So I don't know if she was informed ahead of time.
And then she left.
Okay. And
So
then
now
she
there's
left.
no family here. Yeah, it's just reporters
Okay.
and other people that are
Yep.
just interested in the story.
Sure. Well, and you have more than usual, you guys, because you have both Boston and the Providence crews.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But kudos to you
So,
because you
is
basically
it?
broke the story.
Yeah, well, be with your help, you guys there that we did.
But I
So
think you notified
you
every newscast.
I did by me putting it out like that.
Yeah.
So, and then I want both of you to know, I mean, I had heard information about him and so forth, but I withheld it because I've had the family on every single night.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be sensitive about different parts of this story, and with both of you there, as I've been telling people, this just never made sense that she didn't drive, he didn't drive.
Right.
And then, and I don't think you guys heard, but I had heard, like, you want to talk about someone pretty cavalier. He's the one that called the police on Friday morning saying she was missing.
Yeah.
I heard
So
Anna. I heard
this
Anna
sounds,
convinced him
yep.
to go. I heard Anna convinced him to go to the police department. She told police.
Wow. Now that's good that Brenda, you know the name Anna,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So now
Yes.
he's also been charged with witness intimidation. I
I
think
think
it's
it.
because of
Yes.
I
things
think it's
that
to do with
to
Anna. That's
her
the charge with
with Anna.
incrimination.
Yep. See, we're on top of it. So, but he had members of her family, Kylee. He had members of her family at his house where you guys are right now.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Look at that. Sunday. He had them over Sunday. Thank you
Oh
for
my
that.
goodness.
MG the Trucker. Thank you very much for that. Sunday. Now, what does that tell you guys when I tell you that he contacted the police? Maybe you're saying Anna convinced him to, but what does it
No,
say
this
that he
this
had?
morning I heard Anna convinced him this morning.
I think,
All
in
right, now
all
that's different
honesty, I think that's
information. That's different
very
information.
arrogant on his part to have the family over.
Yes,
And to call the cops and
had
say he went
them
missing
over.
when he knew.
And to be
Yeah, but
honest, I
no,
find it
Brenda,
a
I want
little
to
odd.
correct that, Brenda. No offense. I want to. What's that?
What do you want to do?
I just find it odd that
What
obviously
do
the
you find
brother
out?
must have gone to work this morning with no idea whatsoever what was going on and came home without any idea of what was going
Yes,
on to find this event
yes,
happening.
yep. Now I want to correct Brenda. Brenda, it was not Anna that brought him to the police this morning, though.
I don't know if Anna brought him, but I heard
No, no.
Anna, Anna
Listen.
convinced him
I'm
to
telling
turn himself in.
I that's not what happened. I'm telling you, she was not involved this morning. So he first, let's go over the timeline. This is important. And again, I want to be very clear. I'm not asking, I'm telling. On the 6th was when she arrived there and they had the fight. The 7th, no one saw her. Thursday. Friday morning, August 8th, he contacted the police and reported her missing.
Correct.
Friday, August 8th. This morning, I know who took him to the police station. But so are you, here's the thing, and this is important. Are you, and maybe you're not sure, which would be fine, but are you saying it was Anna that convinced him Friday morning, August 8th, to report her missing to the police? Is that what you heard?
No, I heard that
Okay. Okay.
she
No. That's
convinced
all.
him.
That's all I was. Nope. That's all I was looking for. That's all I was
Okay.
looking for. Because he did go to the police station today, but she was
Correct.
not part of that. Okay. So and it sure sounds like it went a certain way. How about think of this arrogance? He went this morning without an attorney.
Exactly.
He had the
The whole thing
family
has
over
been arrogant if
Sunday.
you think about it.
He has. Yeah. Ah.
I mean, to call them and report her missing, but then not make a statement or even say, "Hey, help me find her." That's a little
No, I
peculiar.
think okay, he did. They then were talking to him on the Friday morning. I want to go back to this is important, the timeline. Friday, August 8th, they either sent a car out to the house to take a statement report or they brought him into the station, which is very possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible they said, you need to come in to report this. So he was there or in communication with police Friday the 8th. He became uncomfortable the way they were talking to him.
Yeah.
Anna also was very uncomfortable the way the police were talking to her. So then they kind of went quiet.
I see what you're saying.
But somehow the police convinced him to go to the police station today. And, you know, it went from, and he got there early. He was there before 9 o'clock.
Wow.
And right after 12, they showed up at the property. So it gives you an idea. And it may have just started to, you know, either maybe he realized they had him, you know. I go back to you guys, they had there was somebody else. I will say there was some kind of a tip. Somebody made a reference for whatever reason, threatening someone, saying, we'll bury you where Kylee is. I did hear that. But we don't know when they had those helicopters coming over, if the helicopter picked up something under the ground, right?
Yeah.
They have the infrared cameras. So
Yep.
I don't know. Poor Kitty has entered. All right. If the mods could let me know if Kitty wants to join us. It's entirely up to Kitty. This is very difficult on the family. Kitty is, John, look at Kitty messages. It's very, oh, okay. Kitty said, I'm not coming on. He has been in contact with us asking if he could come help look for Kylee with us, meaning Greg. Oh, my God.
Even worse.
It is. He asked, think of that. The boyfriend asked, can I go with you guys to look for her? He's got her buried on the property.
Right. That's gross.
Brutal. This is very serious. Now remember, she was also pregnant.
Right.
So, so that's
John,
even
I
a
didn't
double
know
penalty.
she was the youngest daughter. I mean, the youngest sister.
Yes. Oh, wow. She's the youngest of the sisters, and they're very nice. Poor Faith and Kitty. Boy, that is really difficult. I saw it. Imagine. I mean, but that's what I mean about the arrogance. And I did hear, you know, as
They're
he was
taking out
crying
an
to
orange
them.
bag. Can you see anything?
Can you repeat that?
They just took out a long orange bag from one of the
An orange bag.
police. Yeah, long orange from the back seat of a state police vehicle.
Oh, why are they looking in the
Okay,
air? Maybe
that's
it isn't.
connected
And they
to
are
it,
looking up in
obviously.
the air. So maybe there is a drone up there.
It's possible. Again, you guys, it's 26 acres. So,
Right.
you know,
Or maybe they're watching them set the lights up. Maybe.
Kitty, you have a lot of supporters here, Kitty. Kitty has been the beacon of strength. That is so torturous. He asked them to go, can I go look with you for her? I'll go with you. Oh, God. Like I've
Why don't
said,
you tell them where
at
the body is
6:47,
when you
what
go?
you're looking at, this is live coverage. We have Brenda and our crew right there in Rehoboth. Kitty, everyone is thinking of you guys. He did. There's other
Somebody's getting
options.
lights up over there, I think.
Like 7.
I wonder if under the tent is where the body is. And that's why they're setting the lights up, so they can like, they look like they're going in them. So they can catch the best things up, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, they have a cable over there.
You know what? And I want to thank everyone that's been part of our chat the past, well, really since last Wednesday. We talked about Scott Peterson. We talked about Gabby Petito. I also want to stress for people, the police were right when the police said, let us do our job, right? They know what it's like to encounter someone who's cooperating. They know what it's like when someone has no idea what they're talking about. Tragically, when you have a young female who's pregnant, who loses her life, it starts with who's the boyfriend, who's the father. There's Tracy. Yes, very sad. Ah,
really?
I feel terrible. And Kitty, we have talked to Kitty now. Kitty, they were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I can say that, folks. The sisters were trying to work with him, like, now we don't know. There's a lot we still don't know, but
They're gonna heat the shit out of it.
thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Folks, again, if you like our coverage, you can become a subscriber. You can certainly support us on YouTube and also with, obviously, with stars on Facebook. This is a tough one. Now, the state, as you can tell, the Massachusetts State Police, it's a big piece of property. He is buying. Ah,
And I forgot to see stories about
what do you see right now, Brenda?
So right now, it looks like they're setting up the lights for tonight.
Yep.
There's a few,
Yeah.
looks like detectives possibly and a state police officer together talking. We still haven't seen what they
Yeah.
did with the orange bag. It hasn't come back since it went over by the tent.
Our friends
Clearly
from,
where the tent and the
okay.
table is where
Folks,
they've got
again, our
evidence
friends,
or something.
folks, there is Valerie, Michelle Romano. I think of Michelle every day. You think of
Yeah.
Charlotte every
Let's take
day.
a walk.
Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah.
So tough, folks. The risk is that would the police allow him to come and help? I will get an answer on that, but
Over that corner.
it could be a legal reason for that, and I'm going to try to reach out to,
I know.
They didn't know.
I honestly don't
I
think that
understand.
they're searching anymore. I think they know where she is.
Right.
I think it's more of recovering her correctly.
I'm seeing if they can find more
Mm-hmm.
evidence.
More evidence to convict him. Yeah. Because they're really focusing.
Right there on the
Yeah.
left-hand side.
Exactly. That's where all the detectives are coming out of.
I'm going to find out. People are asking how come they don't bring him to the scene, and I just reached out to a member of law enforcement. I'll also find out legally. You wonder if somehow, and I'm not talking to our friends on the ground in Rehoboth, but everyone else, it's possible legally that becomes some form of like coercion, or they pressured him and blah, 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 and it's against his constitutional rights, or maybe they asked him and he declined. So I know people are asking that, but it's very possible there's a legal aspect to this.
Well, maybe
So,
he'll break down later when he's sitting in the cell.
Okay. Now, a member of law enforcement is saying it could be because the meteor is there. So that's possible. Maybe they wait till dark. Very
meteor?
possible.
The media.
But I would think they could get him in. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. I don't think it's a media thing. I don't. But we'll find out. But Eric thinks maybe it's a media thing. That they don't. Just
John,
see
they're
what else.
setting big lights up to the left.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be there. They're going to be there all night. But you're saying it's to the left of where we are right now, of the
Right, right
screen,
where you see that red
of our
truck.
view, to the left.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Boy, that would. I learned something with using the
It
binoculars
was
today, by the way.
way back there now, which is odd.
Okay.
The white truck that
Here's
was right
an
there,
official
that was the
answer.
police.
They probably don't want to
yeah,
make it
he
a
moved
spectacle.
it way to the back now,
If they
see?
don't need to
And
bring
he's coming
him,
out.
But
then
he
they
don't
know
have the
where to
lights with
look.
him.
No, but then why would the other guy go way to the back?
Okay.
like, if this guy's coming out, why do
All
you
right.
need to move?
Here's an answer.
Your vehicle way to the back.
People are asking. We have an answer. It sounds like they already found her. Now they're processing the crime scene.
Right.
They already found her. They're processing the crime scene. So
That's what
that's
it's-
why they don't need him at the scene.
That's what it looks like.
So right now, the Rehoboth Fire
Yeah.
Department's leaving,
Ooh, scum over that.
but they did not. So they literally dropped off the lights for the night, like the big floodlight.
Yep. I did. Thank you, Debbie. Yes. Mm.
That was like 300.
Looks nothing good here. It is heartbreaking. So he's being held tonight. I want to repeat. He's being held, the boyfriend. It sounds like she will be recovered, processed by the medical examiner, and then he will be charged with murder. So he will never be released.
Yeah.
Never be released. So
Yeah, but all the conversations. But they just hired him.
What is
that's a
that?
very good.
I don't know better.
The large lights are for small evidence, not nighttime. Okay.
I want to know why that police car went all the way up.
Me too. Very strict.
Getting in.
Oh, he's getting back in. Obviously, he got
He could be
something.
bringing
He's the
dinner.
one that
these
pulled
guys.
off the move. Everyone to move.
You stay right where you are. This is heartbreaking now. Brenda, what are you thinking right now, Brenda?
What am I thinking?
Right now, she's
Yeah.
trying to figure out what this white vehicle way up the driveway is doing.
Yeah.
My back is killing me.
Sarah Rose is saying what a lot of people thought. Yep. Now, one thing I'll say, I'm glad I didn't go.
Come out this way, then we know. They could have taken her out already without us knowing.
No, because they've been.
No, you'd see the medical examiner arrive.
Yeah, but does she
You
have
would see-
They have two driveways
No,
Are you sure?
because
No.
when
But
Faith
they're
was
not
here,
accessing something else?
because when Faith was here, she was walking up the other driveway, and I
you
don't know
would
if they
know if the
stopped her.
You would know if the medical examiner was there. You would know if the medical examiner was there. And the medical examiner, but see, they're not ready for the medical examiner yet. So, all right. This business I'm looking at, nobody confirmed that they found her. The police haven't found anything. I disagree with that, Liz Smith. You don't have to watch, but like this is common sense. This is ridiculous. So that's not false information.
So
We're
he went
using
all the way
logic.
back to. He shouldn't be
You don't
saying
have to
that.
watch. It's ridiculous.
Because if they hadn't found it.
For crying out loud.
But yeah, we got it.
We have not heard about anyone else that's going to be charged. No, he is not. Shiloh, I don't know about that, but they haven't found her yet. Well, he's not going to get. There's no death penalty in Massachusetts, so that's not happening.
What is it?
But there is some. I want to take issue with that. Oh, hold on.
You sure? Oh, yeah.
Who's leaving there?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I think it's the fire marshal.
You think maybe the fire marshal?
Okay.
Because he came in and told everyone to move out of the way.
That is not true. We can confirm he's been arrested, and he's being held overnight. So that
No, he's
and
fire
again,
marshal.
that is not true.
Punished for it.
Nothing is confirmed. Amy, that's not accurate. We have confirmation. He was arrested. He's being held overnight. Yeah, they've already interrogated him. I don't believe that. Sarah Rose, I don't believe that. How come we're just hearing about this? I heard from a number of psychics, and they were all saying she was in the water.
But you can't make your
Lily Smith can leave. This is helpful for me to see this type of coverage, by the way. And I'm going to give a full update, folks. It's 7 o'clock. Right now, it's 7 o'clock in the East. We're live on YouTube. Make sure you follow the page. We're live on Facebook, and we're live on X. What you're looking at is tragically the story of the young girl that has gone missing. Apparently, has come to a conclusion with the fact that the boyfriend is now in custody, and police right now are searching his property to try to locate her body.
Oh, I know.
So that's who the couple was.
A lot of people.
Kylee and Greg.
cut people
He's the
off.
only one arrested, and he is arrested for assaulting her the Wednesday night before she went missing. So that's where we sit right now. That's where we sit right now. He is in custody. He has been charged with assault. But
Dan
as
Evelyn,
we
as you can see,
speak,
it's a bit of a packed house here along County Street. A dozen or so first responder vehicles and cars that are here as investigators continue on.
Did you lose them?
there was the flyer.
About 600 feet or so from Kylie's boyfriend's home, and tonight we just learned he is now under arrest. So County District Attorney's Office announced in 20 whoever in his room has been arrested. He's charged
Terrible.
with aggravated assault and battery on a pregnant person, domestic assault and battery, and intimidation of a witness. Prosecutors say those charges stem from an act committed against Kylee on Wednesday, August 6th. Inside his County Street home, Kylie's family said she was about 12 weeks pregnant, and they are just desperate to keep her safe and home. him is being held without bail
Like,
and
are
will be
these
arraigned
real
tomorrow morning
questions?
in Taunton. The investigation and search for
Again, I
Kylie
want to thank
is
Robin
ongoing.
and Garney.
Live in Rehoboth tonight, Leanna Falk, NBC 10 News.
As opposed to what? Hiding in the barn?
What you saying?
Well, we believe differently. I don't know. Maybe there is helicopter footage. Hi there, Sammy. No update. Ah, learned a lot on this one. I know, Tina. It's very challenging. So it is. I'm also, we're getting closer. I like this format, and our two friends there, Brenda and our other correspondent, are doing fantastic. So
Well, use a battery pack for it. Take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, yes, thank you, Garney. Yep, brutal. Thank you, Morgan, Elizabeth. Thank you. Terrible.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yes, they are. Red Ruby. I don't know how to answer. I don't. These people say things I wouldn't even know what to say.
Mm.
Let's see. But Natalie, I'm very sorry. We don't know where the grandparents are. Thank you, Robin. Yes. Not the outcome we wanted. No. Thank you, Melissa.
Something was happening, so I think I pressed record, but we can't be sure.
Still no word of the medical examiner?
No.
John, do you
No.
think the grandparents are in the house?
I don't know. Probably not. Normally you have to leave the premises. But it's unless they're normally during when they have warrants like this, it's for all of the house and the property. So I would imagine they had to leave. So because they could go through his room. They may find, and from what we heard, it sounds like he's like a hoarder. Remember, there was the friend that said when they would FaceTime with her, behind her, it's like all this stuff packed up the ceiling. They may find
Yeah.
the clothes he was wearing when he did this and then when he buried her. So, no, they go for the full house. The family can't just sit there. So wherever they had to leave. So I have not heard that he had a crack problem. I don't know what that means.
Wait a couple times. Okay. Chicken? Peacock? No? Yeah, the peacock.
It's a peacock.
That is not true. They know exactly where they're looking for her body. But now they need to process the crime scene. You're very welcome, Shanna. Yeah, chickens and hoarders. Poor Kylie. See, that is they as I've stated. Listen, they have an idea of where they're not near the water. So
Mm-mm.
look at how close to the road, and I don't know. But
They're
I've not
actually
heard that.
focusing right. Remember how we talked earlier about how we could hear the dogs sounding off
Yes.
to the left? That's where the majority of these detectives are, is to the left and up front.
And that's where they put the light.
Okay.
And that's where they put the lights.
Yep. I like the people that are holdouts till the end.
I don't know how much longer I can hold out my back.
I know.
I know. I know you guys. Well, on top of that, listen, it's going to get dark. So let's just say 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be
10
here
more
for another
minutes.
hour probably.
Oh, yeah, but your battery died, Brenda,
Yeah, I know.
right?
Yeah. The lady over here with a battery pack, I was gonna ask her to use it.
Like this one. It's not confirmed she's deceased. Shiloh's a holdout. Unless, like, what are you talking about? I know it's hard for some people to comprehend and focus, or it's hard for some people to process what they're seeing and what has happened here, because this is terrible. Yep.
I was trying to let me in the courthouse if I go.
Will they let her in the courthouse if she goes there tomorrow morning?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Okay,
That's where I'm
Brenda's
going
on it.
tomorrow.
Brenda will be on it tomorrow
Good.
morning for you live.
I can't believe. Good. I can't believe some of these questions. Now I know what Robin and Debbie and Carney. She died.
There's a girl with all the tattoos.
She had her life
She
taken
went from
from
over
her.
here to over there now.
Hey,
Yeah, see, they're
listen. I
focusing
don't.
on the nose,
This
too.
person
Mm-hmm.
not
Well,
confirmed.
it's
He was
focused to
charged
the
beating.
right.
That is true. That is true. But I know what I'm talking about. Yes. Again, we tried something different this time. Thank you, Christopher.
You got bags.
We've already answered.
Good bags?
So I can't
See, a
tell.
lot of this is self-explanatory. What do you think he admitted to? Why do you think they're digging?
No.
So much of this could easily be answered.
Waters.
Thank you, Christine. Oh my God. Yes, I agree with that one.
I'll go get her a coffee and she'll let me walk.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right.
God. Maria, what do you think they're digging for? Or is it Mariah? Faith is terrific. Yep. Janice, I haven't seen a lot of that. I have not seen a lot of that, and we haven't tolerated a lot of that. So I'm sorry if, we try to catch a lot, but
Good job, Brenda.
yeah.
I just had surgery last year.
Mm.
I had infusion. And
True.
Robert.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I was thinking of like, I was thinking this was
It looks like it's going to left and
There's a
right.
process. I want to, there's a process. Waited that long? Like, what are you talking about? Waited that long? The family, hey, listen. Now, I want to, her poor family is watching. Listen, Tori, that is entirely up to them. That is entirely up to them. So, come on. We've been on this since day one. Yes, that's right, Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. See, Brandy's smart. It was that Wednesday night. And then through the night, and then probably all day Thursday, we think. And then, I know. And then, how confident did he feel? He called and reported her missing to the police. So, I'm the one who told my brother to contact you. Yes. Your brother is fantastic. Thank you, Janice. I like Sean a lot. I've spoken to Sean every day. Thank you, Janice. He did tell me you told him to contact me. Yes, and I jumped on it. I was actually out doing road patrol And as soon as I talked to Sean, I came home and we jumped on it. And I talked to him that night. I talked to him 1 week ago, that Tuesday night. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. And what do? We've done it every day. I know. It's really tough. Why are people asking stupid questions? It's difficult. It is difficult. Now, I think we lost our feed. I think so. So if there's someone else in the Rehoboth area, we only have, hair particles. Okay. That's why the bright lights. Thank you for that. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's so gruesome and terrible. We did lose our feed. Yes. I don't know what that means. It's not real community. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be like a joke. But we did take 2 more minutes. So folks, it's going to be dark. It is getting darker earlier. It is. Yes. I don't know. We don't know. Since if they've left, I can start to show. From the moment I saw him, it just seemed odd. Didn't it, everybody? I mean, you could then just tell. He's a tiny guy, but he's a menacing guy. The age thing, I never liked the age thing. He's 22. She was 18. And he didn't drive. And it's just, there's nothing about it that seemed good from the beginning. And I also want to mention that, I want to give credit to the police. The Rehoboth police immediately knew that there was something about this that did not seem right. And I know because I spent 3 months in a courtroom in Massachusetts and they were bashing the police every day. So I knew that, and I saw there were negative comments about the police. But right now, whether people realize it or not, there's a legal process that they have to follow. And they couldn't just, like some people have misguided notions that they just, go in and like you don't want to make a mistake and then the whole thing gets kicked. Look at the Brian Walsh case. They're trying to get him, thrown from that whole thing. So this is very, very sad. And like everyone, I mean, the first pictures that we started to see were the 2 of them. And at that barn, there they are. And I don't, you could just, again, I was, folks, with these things, tragically you go, who was the last one to see them alive? Boyfriend, pregnant, relationship is over, and then you get a result like this. So again, I feel terrible. I do. I feel terrible for poor Kylee, and I feel terrible for Kitty and Faith and the family. This is horrible to go through, folks. Just absolute nightmare of that, to think that something like this happens to a family member, and a young girl, and pregnant. So most of the time, pregnancies can bring families together. Pregnancies can, it's a time that a lot of times people are pretty happy about it. And poor little Kylee was certainly happy about it. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at, folks. So again, this, I wish we had a happy ending, but we do have a happy ending. So we tried something different. So Walpole is closed. So he's not going to Walpole. So, but I believe that we have a sense of what has happened here. So again, I want to thank especially our new segment of Trying That, folks. We broke in live at 1, and we signed off quickly. Then we were live again back at 2, and then we came back live at 5, and now here it is after 7. So it's been it's been a long day. So I want to thank everybody. Very, very sad. I wish this had a better outcome. I feel terrible for Faith and Kitty and her sisters, and had a lot of, they were trying. I do want to give credit to the Rehoboth Police, the Massachusetts State Police. A lot of people have been second guessing a lot of the things that the police have been doing these days, but on this, their instincts certainly seem to be right, that they had a sense about this. And then, and of course, look at the resources that were used in this, and in all an attempt to try to locate her. But many times like this, the police do have a sense of how it's going. Yep. So, okay. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I think we have a good handle on what happened here. So, all right, we're going to say good night for now. I don't know if we're going to be back, but yes, but we thank you everybody. Keep a good thought. Pray for her family. Thank you to our correspondents on the scene, our moderators, and everybody.